What's good, YouTube? It's your boy. I got what a journal. Back at it again today. As y'all can see, we outside Calvin and shit. This is what we gonna be eating for lunch and shit today. Feel me? We on that healthy shit. Might go ahead and grab a smoothie and shit too. But went to the dentist today since we was talking about smiling and shit. Feel me? I went to the dentist today, bro. And they said, they been told me that I got wisdom teeth and shit, bro. But they said apparently I have 4 wisdom teeth and shit. You feel me? But it's crazy because I was asking the hygienist and shit. She was like, she still got her wisdom teeth in and stuff. You feel me? So why I'm gonna get, you feel me? Why I'm gonna go get my wisdom teeth removed when y'all still got, you feel me? Y'all wisdom teeth in and stuff like that. You feel me? Make that make sense, bro. You feel me? So once she told me that, I was like, I don't really know. You feel me? And they say I got cavities too and shit, but I been knew that. You feel me? And they say I got cavities and shit. I'm supposed to go get them filled and stuff like that. I mean, I might, bro. You feel me? Because I've been wanting to get my teeth whitening and shit. But she was like, it's best if I go ahead and, you feel me, get them cavities. You know what I'm saying? Get them cavities done before I do that and shit. But let's get into the video, bro. You feel me? This video, it's probably gonna be long, bro. I don't know. It probably is gonna be a little long. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get into the video real quick for y'all boys. But, and y'all girls, you feel me? Because apparently you know what I'm saying? It's more women that watch my videos than men. My men subscribers and shit. It's more girls that, you know what I'm saying, watch my videos and shit. You feel me? So, I'm gonna go ahead and get into this video for y'all girls and boys real quick. So today, we just gonna be talking about a little story and shit. I'm gonna break down a little story for y'all. You know what I'm saying? How important your smile is and shit. And why you shouldn't stop smiling. Feel me? So, there's this boy, right? His name is Tim. And he's poor, bro. You feel me? He poor. Feel me? Him and his family and shit, they poor. Feel me? They don't really got no money and shit. You feel me? And it's just him and his dad. You feel me? It's just him and his dad. His mom, she's not around. You feel me? She's not alive no more. So it's just him and his dad, and they poor and stuff. They don't really have no money like that for real. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about Tim though, you feel me? He got this smile, bro. You feel me? He got this smile. You feel me? This will make him special. You feel me? He could, like, if he laugh or something like that, he make everybody else laugh. You feel me? His laugh is contagious. You feel me? Like, if he start smiling, he start joking, making jokes, and he start laughing and shit, everybody else start smiling and laughing, right? You feel me? So when they see that Tim is smiling and Tim is making jokes and they hear his laugh, everybody else start laughing and shit because his smile is that contagious. You feel me? So he got a best friend. Her name is Ida. You know what I'm saying? They close and shit. His best friend name is Ida. They close. You know what I'm saying? She's a girl though. His best friend is a girl. You know what I'm saying? And Tim is like 6'7", 6'7". Tim like between the ages of 8 and 10 years old. You feel me? So these are little kids. You feel me? So him and his friend is like 9 to 10 years old, 8 years old and shit. You feel me? His best friend name is Ida, and she's the daughter of a lady who works at the bakery and shit. You feel me? So boom. Him and his dad, they like to ride horses and shit. I mean, excuse me, they like watching horses and shit. That's their thing. You feel me? That's their dad and father bond and shit. They go to, feel me, they be going to the track and they be watching horses, you know what I'm saying, running around the track and shit. This is what they do and shit. You feel me? That's him and his dad's little thing and shit. You know what I'm saying? Your dad and, you know what I'm saying, playing sport. This is their thing. This is they, you know what I'm saying, they fatherhood bond time. You feel me? So this is what they do. They go to these horse events. They go to the track and shit, and they, you know what I'm saying, they be watching horses and shit, and they be betting. You feel me? Remind y'all, I don't have that much money. You know what I'm saying? So even if they bet or some shit, it's not like, you feel me, it's not like they'll win much anyway. You feel me? But his dad and shit, they be betting sometimes and shit, but sometimes they really can't. They don't really have enough money to even bet in the first place. So boom. His dad Hans, you know what I'm saying, he be placing bets and shit. Like I told y'all, I be placing bets and shit, but some of the times he don't ever really even win a bet at all. You feel me? So boom, his dad Hans place a bet. They don't win that bitch. You feel me? So basically they just going to the horse track, you know what I'm saying, just to watch the horses and shit, because they keep losing. You know what I'm saying? They so poor and shit that they can't really eat at fancy restaurants and shit because, for one, it costs too much money, and two, they don't, you know what I'm saying? They don't dress the, you know what I'm saying? That the dress code for them to even get inside the restaurants and shit, they can't get in. You feel me? That's how poor they is and shit. They don't, you know what I'm saying? They can't afford to get in. And for two, they don't have enough money to even look good enough to get inside these restaurants and shit. You feel me? So his dad promises him one day that, feel me, we just gonna be able to eat at one of these restaurants and shit after they leave the track and shit like that. As they walking back home and shit, they stop and they see a restaurant and shit, and they looking at it like, and his dad go ahead and promise him and be like, yeah, feel me, gonna be able to eat at one of these restaurants one day, son. Feel me? So boom, stay with me. So long story short, his dad gets with this woman, you know what I'm saying? Her name is Lydia. You know what I'm saying? Lydia, bitch. Feel me? Lydia, she a bitch, bro. Feel me? And she got a son, you feel me? So her dad, Tim's dad was Lydia, and she already has a son already. So this is like his stepbrother type shit. You feel me? His stepbrother and shit, you know what I'm saying? He don't like Tim. And Tim don't fuck with him either. You feel me? So they both, you know what I'm saying? They both be arguing, they be fighting and shit. You feel me? His name is Erwin. Erwin knocks over a castle that Tim's mom had made when he was a baby. You know what I'm saying? So Tim got this little castle that his mom made. Remind you, he don't have no mom, she dead. So he knocked it over and shit, he smashed it on the ground and shit like that. You feel me? And they be fighting and shit, you know what I'm saying? Throwing punches and shit. So they don't really fuck with each other and shit. So Tim don't rock with Erwin. Erwin don't rock with him. But the thing about Erwin and shit, he be lying and shit. So he be going back to his mom, which is his mom, but that's not Tim's mom. He be going back to Erwin and shit. I mean, he be going back to his mom, and Erwin be saying that, you feel me, it's all Tim's fault and shit. And his mom will believe him and shit like that, and they'll get on Tim's ass and shit and be like, stop fighting and shit like that, it's your fault, with you. So Tim is, you know what I'm saying, he not in a good situation right now. You feel me? Once he found out that his dad was dealing with this new chick and stuff, he didn't, you know what I'm saying, he instantly didn't fuck with it. You feel me? So boom, they be fighting and shit, and even his dad start believing, you know what I'm saying, Lydia and shit. You feel me? He be, you know what I'm saying? So nobody's really on Tim's side and shit. So boom, fast forward, him and his best friend Ida, they go to the movie theater. You feel me? They go to the movie theater. He laughed. Guess what happened? Everybody in the movie theater, they start laughing. Everybody starts smiling and shit. Once Tim start laughing, once they hear Tim's laughing shit, everybody in the movie theater start laughing. You feel me? But boom, check this out, right? They got this man that's in the movie theater with him, right? You feel me? But he not laughing though. You feel me? Everybody else laughing. Tim laughing, Ida laughing. You feel me? Everybody in the movie theater laughing, but they got this man in this movie theater with these sunglasses on, with a suit, just sitting there and just watching him. You know what I'm saying? Just sitting there, not laughing, not saying nothing. He just sitting there, just watching him, bro. You feel me? Just watching him, and they don't notice. They don't know that this man is in there in the movie theater with these sunglasses and his suit, just watching him and shit. You feel me? So boom, they go to the racetrack, and him and his dad go to the racetrack, and this time they win. You know what I'm saying? They win a bet on this horse called Sherlock Holmes and shit. But they didn't really get that much money. You feel me? They only got one single coin. That's it. Just one little single coin. So after the movie theater and shit, him and his dad, they go to the racetrack, and they bet. You feel me? They bet, they win, but they only win one single coin. You feel me? Fast forward a couple days and shit, his dad ends up dying. You know what I'm saying? His dad ends up dying in a strange way at a construction site. You feel me? So his dad works at the construction and shit, but in a strange way, he ended up dying. You feel me? From like, so I think something fell on him or something like that. In a strange way, he ended up dying. You feel me? Now Tim, he mad. You feel me? He filled with pain now and anger and shit. And they so poor that they don't even, you feel me? They don't even have enough money to give they dad a proper burial with a tombstone and shit. You feel me? They dad is just like his body is just in like a wood box. You feel me? So they so poor that they don't even have enough money to give him a tombstone with his name on it or nothing like that. They so poor that Tim tries to he tried to steal flowers from the tombstone of other dead people and try to put it on his dad's and shit. Cause his dad, you know what I'm saying, don't even have no name on it. It's just a box. You know what I'm saying? So he mad and shit cause the people like, no, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? So he filled with anger now and he mad that, you know what I'm saying, that his dad done passed away. He can't really, you know what I'm saying, he don't really have no proper burial for his pops and shit. So boom, after that, long story short, Tim ended up running, you know what I'm saying, he run to the racetrack and shit. You feel me? And he finds this coin on the ground. You know what I'm saying? He walking, he see this coin on the ground, but guess who's there? The man that was at the movie theater. You feel me? Y'all stay with me now. You feel me? He ended up going to the movie theater. He ended up going to the racetrack and shit. And he see this coin on the ground, but the man's foot is on the coin and shit. So when he look up and shit, he see the man. Reminds y'all, he don't know that this man was in the movie theater. So this is his first time seeing this man. You feel me? The man convinced him to place a bet, and he won a lot of money. You feel me? But at the same time, he was sad because this is what him and his father always dreamed of winning big time money at the racetrack and shit. So he's still sad and shit, even though he got all his money and stuff, he's still sad. You know what I'm saying? That his father wasn't even there to see it and shit. You feel me? So this man, he convinced him to place this bet after he, you know what I'm saying, met him and shit. And he ended up winning and shit. Boom. After he won though, there's two people that approach him. You know what I'm saying? One's named Belemeth and Belial. You know what I'm saying? They advised him to hide his money carefully and shit. You feel me? So after he won, there's this older man and this older, you know what I'm saying, woman. They about, you know what I'm saying, they're about 40 to 50 years old. You know what I'm saying? Around that range. They approach him and be like, you know what I'm saying, they try to tell him how to, you know what I'm saying, save his money and, you know what I'm saying, how to keep his money safe and shit. But turns out they take his money, bro, and they tricked him. You know what I'm saying? So they made him put like his money inside like a little cloth or some shit, but whole time they took his money and shit and gave him newspapers and shit. So long story short, he runs into the man again, and the man introduces himself as Baron LaFlute. You feel me? Baron LaFlute introduces himself, you know what I'm saying, as Baron LaFlute. Feel me? This is the man with the shades on at the movie theater and shit. You feel me? He gives him another coin to bet. You feel me? So after Tim tell him what happened and shit, you know what I'm saying, he tell him that two people, you know what I'm saying, then took his money and shit. Baron LaFlute was like, all right, I'll give you another coin and shit. You feel me? So he gives him another coin to bet and shit. Long story short, when he went to go bet again and shit, he got there early and shit. So he ended up going, you know what I'm saying, he ended up going to sit down somewhere and he ended up falling asleep. You feel me? And once he fell asleep, guess who came? Guess who came? Belemeth and Belemeth and Belial and shit. You feel me? They came. The two people that took his money at first. So when he went to sleep and shit, they came and took his coin again. You feel me? While he was sleeping and shit. So boom, Baron LaFlute, he finds out this shit. And he offers a deal. He was like, all right, you feel me? Keep losing your money and shit. So he like, all right, I'm gonna offer you a deal and shit. You feel me? Offer him the deal to never lose a bet again. You feel me? But he must give up his laughter. You know what I'm saying? And Tim think this shit pseudo and shit. You feel me? He don't really think it's real and shit. So he just ended up doing it. You feel me? So now Tim signed the paper and shit. You feel me? So this man bet him that, you know what I'm saying, he gave him this contract that he will never lose a bet again. But he got to give up his laughter. You know what I'm saying? So, mind y'all, Tim is poor. He don't have no money. His dad just died. You feel me? So what he do? He signs it. You know what I'm saying? Boom, he signs it. Tim signs and will never have to worry about money again. You know what I'm saying? After he signs it and shit, he don't never got to worry about money again. But immediately after he signs the paper, he don't smile no more. You know what I'm saying? His face comes serious immediately. You know what I'm saying? So, to go see if the bet is, you know what I'm saying, to go see if the contract is real and shit, he instantly, he go to the racetrack and he go back. You feel me? He go back and he wins. You know what I'm saying? He win all his, you know what I'm saying? He win all his money and shit. Remind y'all, the guy gave him this power and shit to where, you know what I'm saying, he'll never lose a bet. So whatever he bet on, it's gonna, you know what I'm saying, he gonna win it. So, boom. He go there, he wins all the money and shit. But he look at the mirror and shit, but he realized that he not happy. He not smiling. You know what I'm saying? He can't smile. Even though he got all his money and shit, he can't smile. You feel me? So he like, what the fuck? Feel me? Like, I got all this money and shit, but I can't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even happy. Like, you know what I'm saying? He start to feel like something up, you know what I'm saying? Like something's weird and shit. Like, you feel me? He's sad and shit. You feel me? Even though he got all his money and shit, he's sad. On top of that, his stepmom and shit, like I told y'all, she a bitch and shit. She finds out that he won all his money and shit. And she go in his room and stuff like that. And she, you know what I'm saying? She ended up taking all his money and shit. So he don't even really have no money and shit. Feel me? At this point, all he want is his dad back and shit. You feel me? But boom, he got all his money and shit, right? Boom. He got all his money. At the same time, Ida and shit, she notices that something is wrong with him. You feel me? She notices that he not really smiling. You feel me? He not really, you know what I'm saying? He ain't coming around as much. He ain't really talking. You feel me? So she know that something is up with her best friend, Tim, and shit. You feel me? So, long story short, they end up going to the movie theater and shit. Again, because he got all his money now and shit. So, he take Ida to the movie theater and shit. But, guess what? And he not smiling. He not laughing. You know what I'm saying? Ida looking at him in the movie theater all weird and shit. You feel me? He not smiling. He not laughing. You feel me? Even though he trying to, he can't. He can't smile or laugh. He can't make no jokes, nothing. Just straight, serious face. Feel me? The only way that he can get out this bet is if he loses. But he can't lose a bet. You feel me? That's the only way that he can get out the deal and shit, is if he lose. Feel me? Long story short, the devil, which is, y'all see that the devil now is Tim LaFleur and shit, the man with the glasses. This is the devil, by the way, if you didn't catch on to this. So, the devil realized this shit, and he ended up taking Ida's eyes and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because Ida went to LaFleur and shit, and she was like, I just want my friend back and shit. But he tricked Ida and shit and made a deal with her too. So now he didn't damn near took Ida's eyes and shit. You feel me? When they go to the, when Tim's working at this, so Tim's working at this hotel now and shit. You feel me? And the devil came down and he like showed him his eyes and shit, and he realized that he got blue eyes now and shit. And Ida, she got like brownish looking, you know what I'm saying, eyes like the devil had before and shit. But now the devil got blue eyes like Ida and shit. So he tricked Ida into, you know what I'm saying, she can't see now and shit. Feel me? So long story short, Tim ended up finding this out. He go over there and shit. He get Ida's eyes back, you know what I'm saying? He make a bet with her and shit. So she ended up getting her sight back and shit. You feel me? The whole time though, the devil, he told the two workers, I be fucking their names up. Belamif and Baloof, whatever it is, Belaf, Baloof, Belamif and Baloof. He told them to keep an eye on, you feel me? Keep an eye on Tim and shit. You feel me? So Tim is working at this hotel. You know what I'm saying? They got these two rats at the hotel and shit. But guess who they is? They Belamif and Belaf. You feel me? I know I'm fucking their name up, but fuck it. Feel me? So they got these two rats that come to the hotel and shit, right? Boom. Long story short, Tim ends up finding out that, you feel me, he ended up giving them grace and shit. He could have, you know what I'm saying? The rats ended up getting caught and shit, and he finds out, but he don't do nothing to him. You feel me? He just let him go free and shit. You feel me? But these just the devil's workers and shit. You feel me? They turn into rats and shit to spy on Tim. So Tim finds this out and shit, and he like, bro, you feel me? Like, feel me? Then he start, you know what I'm saying? Then he start putting the pieces together like, bro, you feel me? Wooty wooty woot. And long story short, Tim makes a bet with one of these dudes that he worked with, and he now becomes the richest man in the world. So they tried to make a bet for him to get out the shit, but it just ended up working out in the devil's favor and shit, and the devil just ended up giving all his money to Tim. So now Tim is the richest man in the world now. Feel me? Mind y'all, Tim is not smiling. Tim is not, feel me? He ain't happy. He not making no jokes. You know what I'm saying? He not doing none of this shit. Feel me? So now, Tim that made this bet, he's the richest man alive now. Feel me? Boom. Long story short, Ida hears about it and tries to help, but Tim is turning cold now. You feel me? This is like towards the end. Like Tim, you know what I'm saying? By the time she found out what's everything that's going on and what's happening, Tim, you know what I'm saying? He didn't turn cold. You feel me? She go to visit him in this big house. You know what I'm saying? Once she hear about it in the newspaper and shit, she finds his house. She try to go over there and visit him and shit. She trying to cheer him up, trying to see what's wrong with him and shit. He's not really, you know what I'm saying? He not really going. He really giving her the cold shoulder and shit. You feel me? So she all sad and shit. His friend Ida and shit, she all sad. She walking away all sad. She crying and shit. But Tim turning cold. You feel me? He got all his money now. His dad died. You feel me? He can't smile. He can't laugh. You feel me? Boom. Long story short, Belemeth and Belial, they end up getting them to reconcile and shit. You feel me? They ended up getting Ida and Tim to reconcile and shit, and they ended up making a bet. So Ida made a bet to Tim that he could smile and shit. You feel me? So, long story short, he ended up getting his smile back and shit because he made a bet or some shit. Then the devil and shit, he ended up, you know what I'm saying, looking old and shit. You feel me? He couldn't see the devil can't see no more and shit. You feel me? So he ended up getting his smile back, but they had to make a bet. You know what I'm saying? Ida had to come help Tim and shit to help him get his smile back and shit. So, long story short about all this shit, bro. Your smile and shit is important, bro. You feel me? This little kid had all the money in the world and shit, but he couldn't smile and shit. So money don't make you happy. You know what I'm saying? All the money in the world can make you happy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Once you stop doing this, once you stop doing that, that's how the devil gets you, bro. It's over with. You know what I'm saying? So never stop smiling, bro. Feel me? Never stop smiling. Feel me? That's pretty much about it. I just gave y'all like a little short story, even though I know this video like 20 minutes long and shit. If y'all want to go look this story up, if y'all want to go watch the recap on YouTube or something, the name of it is The Legend of the boy Tim something sold his smile or some shit like that. I don't really know. It's something like that. But it's like The Legend of Tim Lila or some shit, the boy who sold his smile. That's the name of it. It's gonna come up. Just type that in. But I'm finna get some kava, bro. Like I said, I'm probably gonna come out with another video on shit. I just want to talk about this shit because I really like this story. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to share this with y'all and shit. If y'all ain't never hear of it. So, never stop smiling, bro. Feel me? Once you stop smiling, that's how the devil gets you, bro. It's raps. You know what I'm saying? Even though he had all the money in the world, you feel me? He didn't feel, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't even happy. You know what I'm saying? And this kind of goes to like selling your soul and shit. You feel me? For riches and shit. A lot of people want to sell their soul and shit, but they don't even be happy. You know what I'm saying? They got all this money and shit, but they can't even smile and shit. You feel me? And be proud. You feel me? But he had a better life and shit when he was poor. You know what I'm saying? He was more happier when he was poor. You know what I'm saying? When he didn't really have no money, like, you know what I'm saying? He was more happier that way. But once he started getting all his money, you know what I'm saying? He started placing all these bets and he could win everything and shit. That's when he started getting sad and shit. Feel me? But that's about it on this video. I'm finna get this kava. And y'all boys never stop smiling, bro. It's your boy. Knock out with a journal. I'm out, man. Peace.